guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Oh wait, did you see the first part of this video?
On this faithful Sunday in church, the choir did a song. The title is Walk Upon the Water. The song is basically about a story from Matthew 14 of how Jesus was with the disciples teaching and the disciples left him to the other side of the sea. Then Jesus was going to join them walking on the water. He was walking on water, going to meet them. And the disciples saw him and were like scared because they're like, could this be a ghost? And the first thing Jesus said was, take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid. Then Peter said, Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water. And Jesus said, come. And Peter stepped out of the water, stepped out of the boat, and began to walk on water towards Jesus. Now the Bible says, Peter looked around and began to notice the waves, the storm, the winds, and everything that was going on around. He began to sink because he took his eyes off Jesus. So he cried out, Lord, help me. And Jesus reached out and pulled him out of the water and asked him, oh, you Peter of little faith, why did you doubt? Why did you doubt? So both of them climbed back into the boat and the wind died down. This was what the song was about. The lyrics of the song were, Jesus, let me walk upon the water. I just want to trust you, Lord. Take my hand, and let me walk upon the water. You know when you go to church and it's like the message that day or the song that the choir did, something in church was just for you. Like I felt like everybody gathered in church for me. Cause this song really got to me. It hit me, it just came, and I could hear God speaking to me and asking why I was doubting, yo, Esther of little faith, why? Why did you doubt? God just showed me how I had basically taken my eyes off of him. In my mind, to me, I was praying to God about this issue. But what I was doing was worrying, what I was doing was complaining. And I took my eyes totally off of Jesus, totally off of him and his abilities to heal me. And I was just so scared of this tumor and so scared of this whole surgery. I was basically seeing the winds, the waves, the storms, and everything that was going on. I had magnified this whole problem even bigger than God, bigger than what I thought he could do. Instead of placing my trust and my faith in him and knowing that he loves me, he even loves me more than I could ever love myself. So why not just trust him? Why not just forget about whatever is happening and just trust him and know that whatever is happening is going to work out for your good? Because in the end, God sees the bigger picture. In the end, God is he knows the end from the beginning. He knows the beginning from the end. So he already knows how everything is going to go. And if he permitted this to happen, there's obviously a testimony from it. There's obviously something from it that is going to bring glory to his name. Even though God is not the one who brought this tumor, mind you, I said permitted. We already know who the enemy is. The enemy is the devil. He's the one who is always fighting our health, fighting us, bringing diseases and all. And God's will for us and his plans for us and his thoughts for us are always good. He's always looking for how to bring us out of every situation, how to bring us out of every trouble and every circumstance. He's always looking for how to make it better for us because he's a good God. That is just who he is. It's the devil that is always fighting and bringing evil our way. So if God permitted this, I should know, that God, you love me. And for you to allow this, you obviously have something good planned for me. You're going to bring me out of this in victory. No matter how it goes, no matter what happens, I will just trust you. That's what I should have done. That's what my disposition should have been. And so that day I felt God talking to me that, Esther, you have magnified this problem so much. You have magnified this tumor so much that you can't even see me anymore. You're claiming to have faith. You're claiming that, oh yes, my healing, I have my healing. But you're scared. You're scared because you're what if this goes this way? You should know that I love you and I'm already working to bring you out of this situation. And how can you say you have faith when you have fear too? Faith and fear do not go hand in hand. They're opposite. Once you say you have faith and you bring in fear, your faith is already, I was claiming to have faith, but I was scared, and that was already nullifying my faith because fear is the opposite of faith. And the devil was using that, he was really using it to get me. That day when I really got it, I'm like, wow. And I'm like, okay, God, I'm going to focus on you. I'm not going to worry so much about this again because in the end, you're bigger. You are bigger than every problem. And no matter how this goes, I know you love me and you're not going to allow this to go any way that's going to harm me. in the end, you're going to preserve me. In the end, you're going to keep me, because that is your promise to me. So whatever way this happens, if I have to swim through, if I have to walk through this sea instead of going from the boat, that is, if I have to go through this surgery instead of this whole thing just shrinking and disappearing, then in the end, take the glory, because I know you love me. I would have felt God was not answering my prayers, but God was answering. Many times we pray about things and you think that God is not answering because you already have something in mind. You already have an answer in your head that this is the way, like this is the way this prayer has to be answered. Obviously, God always answers our prayers, and He may be answering this prayer in another way, but because you're so fixed on, no, this is the particular way I want this prayer to be answered, you miss it and you don't even see the miracle that is happening. You don't even see the ways God is answering. And like, that was what was happening, because when I finally got to like calm down, I began to see other miracles that God was already performing without me even knowing. For example, the insurance company, they were going to cover my surgery 100%. I mentioned that I saw this lump during the program. Only God knows, maybe this thing had been growing already. It would have become something else before I finally noticed it. But I noticed it like during that program. So imagine if I didn't notice it, for example, and maybe it just kept growing until it became malignant or something. That would have been another story. But this was not even cancerous. It was benign. God like made me discover it when it was still very easy to take care of. So I began to see like the other miracles. After that day, I just got peace. I just got this peace in my heart, and I'm like, God, I'm going to fix my eyes on you, Jesus, because in the end, you're working everything out for my good. And I was finally ready to have the surgery. I called my parents and I told them time for the surgery. Another issue I had, another fear I had was I didn't really have anybody here. I did not have any relative. I don't really know people. I just came, so I was just like wondering who would, you know, go with me to the hospital, who would be there to like take care of me and all. And I mentioned it to one person that she was like, sure, why not? Like, she was going to go with me. I told some classmates. In fact, summary of everything, I had a lot of people around me. A lot of people were there for me that in the end, it was like I had a whole community of people around me. And I was just like, Esther, how did all those people know about this? Like, how many people did you even tell about the surgery? Like, the whole community. It felt like a whole community. I'm not even exaggerating. And I'm like, God. I thought I was alone. I thought I didn't have anybody. But it turned out I had a whole community of people behind me. The surgery went really well. It was successful. The recovery was fine. They took out the tumor. So you can see like every fear I had, every worry I had, God dealt with it. He already took care of every part. Finances. My recovery process was really smooth. Like, it was so smooth. No scar, nothing. Like, everything was just excellent. A lot of people were there. And I had peace throughout the whole situation. Now tell me that God was not working, or tell me that God did not answer the prayer, because every area that I was worried about, He took care of it and He healed me. The tumor was gone. So like, guys, I just want to encourage you in every situation you find yourself. First of all, always know that God makes everything work together for good for those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose. Know that God is working out for your good. God loves you. Like, He loves you more than you can ever even love yourself. He knows what is best for you. He sees the bigger picture. Though you might not get it at first, our life is just like a puzzle, and you might just get them in little pieces. But in the end, God sees the bigger picture. He's the one who's going to put everything together. He's the one who's going to fix the puzzle. Always have that at the back of in front of your mind. Always have that at the back of your mind, that God is always working for your good. He's a good God. That is who He is. That is His nature. So He never brings anything evil your way. So anything going on, He's already working to bring you out of that situation, already working everything up for your good. And remember to have faith. This is something I'm still working on. Having faith and fixing your eyes on Jesus. Take your eyes away from the storm and away from everything happening, away from the problem, and fix your eyes on Jesus. Do not make the problem look so big. Don't magnify the problem even bigger than your God. I was talking with a friend yesterday, and he was like, sometimes even little problems, I magnify it so much, and the devil is just there, like, and it's just like, wow, I didn't even have to try so much. All I had to do was put the problem there and leave her to do the rest. Because a small issue comes and you carry it on your head. Like me, I carry it on my head, and I'm like, hey, this is the end of the world. I just magnify it so much that the devil did not really have to do anything. And the devil knows this. He knows this trick. That's why he goes for your mind. Because in the end, you have control. The power is in your mind. What you dwell on is what you see. So if you're filled with faith, your faith is going to work for you. But if you're filled with fear, like your faith is already shaking. And that's not faith. Because faith should not have fear in it. You should not have doubt in it. Because they're opposites. You're not denying the fact that the problem is there, but you're choosing to trust, you're choosing to have faith, and you're choosing to say, God, even in the midst of all of this, I'm fixing my eyes on you, and I'm believing that you're working, and you're working out for my good. And like when you do this, you notice that you're no more like fighting this whole battle from a place of fear, but you're fighting from a place of victory, because you know that in the end, I already have victory in God, because it cannot go any other way. And guys, like, this is an intentional thing. Like I said, it's something I still work on. It's intentional to fix your eyes on Jesus. You have to decide to have faith in him. You have to decide to trust in him. You have to decide to put your hope and your faith and your trust in him, and decide not to worry. This is my testimony. I hope you've been encouraged and you've been reminded again to fix your eyes on God and to fix your eyes on Jesus and not on the problem. Don't magnify the problem. Don't do it. Like, don't do it. That kills your faith. Fix your eyes instead on Jesus. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like this video, or please share, please comment down below, like anything you want to say, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care of yourself. Bye.